Internet. If I remembered the theme song I did for the previous video, I would sing it here, but I do not.
No, you don't need to sing it again. Again, we're going.
I literally just said I was not going to, and yet then started. We are back
with more questions.
And drunk.
Devin is definitely. I am still me, therefore I buzz.
I started drinking earlier as well.
Yes, but of the two of us, you do take less alcohol to get drunk.
That is true. Anyway, questions.
He's the cheap date.
If this video is off kilter,
it is.
I thought it felt like it was. Morgan's like, I think it's fine. And I can't necessarily say she's wrong. But it feels slightly off kilter to me. Questions, go ahead. We have questions from the internet.
Okay. I actually ended up getting a lot of questions this time, which is interesting because normally Devin's the one with all the questions and I just have like a small handful.
Yeah.
But people decided to send me lots of them instead. So, we're going to continue with dual personality and answer some more of the questions that he sent in one ask. Like he sent several people sent multiples in one ask. So, what are your thoughts on masks or masks? M-A-S-K-S or M-A-S-Q-U-E-S?
Okay, well, I'm glad you clarified. Because my brain was like, masks, capitalization, the role-playing game, or masks as in people wear them. Which, first off, the role-playing game, very fun. I'm a fan. It's really cool.
Yeah, you're welcome to give your opinion on that, too. So.
You play superheroes who are teenagers, and it's a blast.
And there's a podcast of it.
I was like literally about to say that. We did it for our Pride special for our podcast, and it was really fun. And
I'll remember to put a link down below about Drunken Geek.
The Drunken Geek is the podcast that I'm on. Masks, I mean, my brain first. They're good in protecting people from pandemic. I am a fan of masks. I think they're very fun. I enjoy weird fashion things that are different. Modern fashion is so fucking boring. Like, that's just a fact. I mean, I had a conversation with one of my friends online last night where we were talking about they're looking forward to this fall because they're going to grad school and they were talking about they're looking forward to going to grad school in a college campus in a place that is wintry and being able to wear a cape and be all swooshy and dramatic, and like, if there's anything I'm in favor of when it comes to fashion, it's being swooshy and dramatic. Swooshy and dramatic and comfortable, which are three things that do not necessarily overlap. Swooshy, dramatic, and comfortable. Three things that do not necessarily overlap. And unfortunately, I rely too much on the comfortable but swooshy and dramatic are really good. And my wife is laughing at me right now.
I'm not laughing at you.
Masks. Yay.
It's just adorable.
Your thoughts?
My thought on masks? Well, what are your thoughts on, like, masks and mask balls?
That's...
Again, because you can be swishy and dramatic.
I'm in favor, but also I do run into the problem of I'm not always a huge fan of crowds.
Point.
Sometimes they're okay. Sometimes they are troublesome. But I mean, masks are good, and then having a large group of people dressed up, also good.
Okay.
Your thoughts?
My thoughts on masks. Masks are wonderful. I like wearing masks out and about. Currently with the pandemic, the sort of half bottom face mask, because then I can make disdainful faces at people and they don't know.
I can also mouth along with the lyrics of the song I'm listening to in my headphones,
and no one
people
knows.
don't know, and it's fantastic.
True. I like, eye masks and like dramatic fun masks because I, make that shit for a living, and theater and all. And I liked masked balls because that's just fun to get all dressed up and in fancy dress and masks and I don't know, be weird and or intriguing, because one cannot forget the intrigue that one might have at a masked ball.
Intrigue is always important.
Or mistaken identities. I mean, they're a great.
Like there's
they're a great
so many
tool
options
for all the drama.
So many choices for what you can go with.
Yeah.
With
they're terribly
masks.
comfortable, and I think they'll be quite popular in the future.
Dark.
All right.
Other questions.
Okay. Next question, also from Duel. Do you break the spaghetti to get it into the pot?
I do not. I put the spaghetti in the pot, and you kind of like spread it around, even though that doesn't actually make much of a difference at all. But it feels like you're doing something. And sometimes that's
Enough.
It's not important, but it helps. And then you are basically just waiting for the part that's under the boiling water to soften enough that it can bend, and then you can like push the rest of the spaghetti in. Because hypothetically you could break the spaghetti and it would cook 30 seconds faster, I guess. But you are also losing the super long strand of spaghetti. And, like, at what fucking cost?
Apparently feels very strong about this. I did not realize that. I used to be a...
I'm not sure I realized it either.
Yeah. I used to be a spaghetti breaker when I was younger, only because that's how my family did it. And then I started doing basically the same method that Devin was talking about, where you just kind of stick it half in and let it sort of soften and then smush it down until you just kind of stir it until it softens enough that it like...
You stir it and
folds in
then you feel like you're doing something.
Yeah.
You feel like you've accomplished something.
It's fine. Or I'm also, like, if we did not have a small galley kitchen, I would also just buy myself a fucking bigger pot that I could cook spaghetti in. And I mean, not a huge fucking pot.
But, like, big enough you could do spaghetti or you could do crab legs.
Well, yeah. I mean, actually, technically, I do have that now.
Well, I mean, yeah. But, I mean, we don't use that for... If we were making spaghetti for enough people...
Yeah.
Yes. But if it's just spaghetti for the two of us, then it doesn't really merit a big pot.
Yeah. Okay.
So big that my other hand is off the camera.
Okay. Last question from Duel. What do you consider your wildest headcanon?
My wildest headcanon? This is not necessarily my wildest headcanon, but one that came to my attention most recently, and I absolutely love it. If you have been watching Loki, Miss Minutes, the little mascot of the TVA who is used for, she's shown up a few times, kind of talking about things going on in the TVA. She's been educating Loki about the standards of the TVA. She's a variant of Janet from The Good Place.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I fucking love that. It makes
that.
me so happy.
That makes me happy too. Oh, I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with one that Devin and I made up a little bit ago as my wildest headcanon. And that
I'm delighted because I don't know what she's talking about, and we come up with some weird shit.
we do come up with some weird shit. So during the pandemic, Lupin came out on Netflix.
Oh, yes!
Oh, I
Yes!
love it. This is the best headcanon in my personal opinion. Okay, so this plays into another previously discussed headcanon as well. So I will also share that. But so we decided that during watching Lupin, that Lupin is secretly like Alec Hardison from Leverage's like cousin, distant cousin or something, and that Hardison is like has heard of but never gotten to meet and all of this stuff, and Sophie actually knows him. And then this also plays into this whole headcanon about Elliot Spencer from Leverage being Sean Spencer from Sykes, also cousin.
Which is not just necessarily headcanon, but is something from the actual creators of the show.
Yes.
Show.
like a joke that they made or something. So, yeah. Because I love Leverage and all things Leverage, and anywhere that I can, like, smush them with other things, it is delightful. And if you haven't watched Leverage, you should, especially since there's new episodes starting on July 9th, Friday, on the IMDb TV.
That's a lot of letters.
It is a lot of letters.
IMDb TV.
And you should watch the old episodes wherever those are available.
I believe on IMDb TV.
Right. Also on Tubi, which is easier to say.
Yeah.
And you should also watch Lupin on Netflix because it's very entertaining. I really enjoy it. It's about it's French, but they did dub it in English. And it's about this guy that is a con artist in France and stealing some stuff, and it's very entertaining.
It's about stealing from rich people.
Yeah, very good, and it really fits in with like the Leverage. And you should watch Psych because you need Sean and Gus in your life. You just do. It will make your life happier.
Oh my God! Did I tell you? Did you see that? Have you seen the post about crossovers between Leverage and White Collar?
Oh God, that would be awesome.
Oh my God, it's amazing because one of them is talking about like
White Collar. You should also watch White Collar.
What's Matt Bomer's character?
Neil.
Talking about Neil Caffrey being like so frustrated nobody recognizes that they're con artists except for him. It's amazing. It's a great post. It's probably somewhere in my queue. It'll be out sometime in the next week. Look forward to that on my blog.
Great. Did you want to do another one of your questions?
I do have a question. This one is from...
I might have another one now. It looks like I have another notification. Let me see.
From Four Finger Knife Hand.
Yep.
What are your opinions on how Lucifer wrapped up?
Well, it hasn't wrapped up.
Well, I mean, yeah, like that kind of influences it. Like,
No, but I mean,
if that had been,
it's
if
interesting
that
because
had
a lot of people
been,
didn't realize it. Like a lot of people thought that was the end.
wasn't it sort of originally written
It was
that
supposed.
way?
It was supposed. Well, yes, because originally they said they were just going to do 5 seasons, and then they decided that they were going to do 6. But I know that
spoiler alert: if you have not finished the latest season of Lucifer, pause the video, go watch them, and then come back to this.
Yeah, go watch them like twice, maybe 3 times.
No, just once is okay. Watch them, then watch this, then go back and watch them.
All right, fine. Anyways, yeah, because Lucifer hasn't actually wrapped up. I saw tweets from the creators because a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, the end of Lucifer, blah blah blah," and they were all like, "Hey guys, there's another fucking season coming." So that they filmed. I mean, yeah. So I really enjoyed the season 5 A and B in a number of different ways. I really liked to see the growth of people. I really love that since it moved from Fox to Netflix, they really got to focus more on character and story arc, which doesn't surprise me given Fox's track record of ruining really good
Fox,
shows.
Fox really fucked with things, unfortunately, and like my favorite character on Lucifer. I love Ella so much, and I really like. I mean, Ella and just a lot of people in general. I love that the show has let them get the attention. It doesn't feel the need to do like a crime of the week like Fox made them do.
Yeah.
It would have been. It's.
So I think next season will also be interesting to see because from what I've read, they're planning on moving a little bit even more away from the crime of the week thing, since she did technically resign from the police force and everything and whatnot. Yes. And then there's definitely going to be some interesting things going on with the whole Dan storyline. I'm going to be really vague here.
Oh my god.
Right?
Like, if I will say, if that had been the series finale, I would have been very upset.
Specifically for the Dan storyline.
Specifically for the Dan storyline. Because as frustrating as Detective Douche is sometimes, like I like the rivalry and the interaction between Dan and Lucifer is so good. Like, it's really interesting the way that Dan fits into the cosmology of the show. I don't know. The way that he's like the human character more than anyone else, interacting with people like Maze, people like Charlotte. Amenadiel.
Or Charlotte when she was...
It's really interesting the way, and it would have been so frustrating if the end of the season was the way that he had been left.
Yeah.
So...
But I do think that they knew that there was going to be the 6th season and did make some alterations or did cut some stuff out of the actual finale to make it to adjust it for the fact that there was going to be another one. So
then I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with him.
Yeah.
With his story, because if he had been left like that, it would have sucked.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see what they're planning to do, and it does a really good job of putting the characters at a major fucking turning point.
Right.
And I'm very intrigued to see what the next season's going to be.
Yeah. Also, I really need to. I really need to know how Ella's reaction is when she realizes that Lucifer is actually Lucifer, and when she realizes she actually met Lucifer's father.
And like the one moment, like, it made me sad that there wasn't more of an interaction, but that they did bring her back as Azrael for just a moment in the finale.
Right.
I love that actress, and I love the character of Ray Ray, and that's just, like, it's such a beautiful thing, and I want them to do more with it next season. So
yeah, I hope that they have, because next season is already filmed, I think, and
I feel like that finished filming like back in March or something.
Yeah. So I'm very excited to see the actual final wrap of Lucifer and how it wraps up. And I don't know. Overall, I've been pretty happy with where they've taken things, though. So yeah. Should we cut it here?
I think that's good.
We're gonna cut it here. I still have a bunch more questions, so there's gonna be at least 1 or 2 more videos probably. Go watch the first one if you haven't seen it. Go watch our Mountain Dew review,
which I am posting right now.
You're gonna get to see me make a lot of faces. It was an interesting experience, to say the least. All right.